Tom, it's important to remember that, at least in my memory, that when the Obama administration first came in, they did come in with a more a sort of accommodating approach to China. I mean, the idea was almost, but not quite, nobody in the administration that I know of supported it explicitly, a sort of G2, right? They really thought, I think, that they could somehow elevate the relationship beyond what the Bush administration had accomplished, and that China could become a really important partner for the United States. Then you had President Obama's trip to China, which did not turn out particularly well. Both, I think, substantively and optically, it wasn't a big success. And to my mind, that maybe was a slight inflection point, for the administration as well, right? I think. And the other point I would make is, I'm not sure. It seems to me, perhaps, what you're arguing is that if we change the rhetoric, all we need to do is change the rhetoric, right? But because you said you support the policies, but I'm not sure that China, wants a very different relationship with the United States if it means accommodating to a lot of what the United States would like China to do. I'm not sure what space you think is not being explored for cooperation between the United States and China, because I think the administration has made a significant effort to find areas of cooperation. So what more is it in real terms that the administration should be doing, or is it simply you don't like the framing, the framing of the pivot and the rebalance, and the sense that we have to push back and take this kind of tough edge?
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not critical of the policies, and I didn't praise fulsomely enough the policies of 2009. I had real problems with the joint statement that was made in 2009 with the core interests. I thought that was a mistake. I think there was a lot of public diplomacy mistakes. I think new type great power relations, signing onto that was a mistake. But the policies, again, this is the public diplomacy. The policies have been good. And one of the real successes, and this is where, to the degree that the pivot really matters, and there was a pivot. It's not the TPP that was in train. It's not the military piece, because almost all those programs were in train before. It was in diplomacy, and this is where Kurt's contribution has been so great, and Secretary Clinton's contribution has been so great. Signing on to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation and joining the East Asia Summit was a very good idea. And Kurt's initiative, which he really did spark, I tried to do something with a couple of my colleagues in the end of the Bush administration with Burma, and we got almost nowhere. And Kurt really poured tremendous energy and a lot more prestige and power into it. And he really got it done. And what we've done in Burma is really significant for the region and also for the American position in the region. So that engagement of multilateralism and sending higher level officials on a regular basis to the meetings, it matters in the region. So all that was very, very important and very successful. But I think you have to be able to push back, and what that did is it provided us an infrastructure from which to push back. When China did policies that were destabilizing or worrisome to the neighbors, we were there and ready to cooperate with those actors, and we had a much more robust set of fibers connecting us because of the diplomacy of the first term of the Obama administration. But it wasn't as if we were absent before, it just got better. And I think that's the way we need to portray it, because I'm a little concerned that there's going to be a repivot or a rebalance, and at some point we just have to say we're there and we need to strengthen our position, and we need to continue to strengthen our position, drop the slogans, say less, do more, I guess would be my, and freedom of navigation operation, perfect example. We should have been doing them earlier. We should be doing more of them, not fewer of them, and we shouldn't talk about it. Because the whole nature of freedom of navigation operations is that they're normal behavior. But instead we do these, what are militarily relatively mild things. We do them rarely, and we flex our muscles. It's on the front page of the Times. Look what we did. We sailed by something in a straight line. Right? Wow. Right? That's counterproductive. That feeds into domestic politics in China in a negative way. It's unnecessary. They will notice that we're there. And we can tell our allies if they don't notice that we're there, but I suspect our allies will notice we're there too.
Kurt, you want to round out this